Okay, to welcome to the fifth class. So here, we'll discuss about the null, the usage of null, and we'll try to see this queries, work in this and see here. Mostly we are interested in writing queries, right? We mostly queries are important rather than theoretical point of view, because the reason, if you don't understand, see, the point is, if you theory can say everything, whatever you want you can say that, but when you are using it, that's completely different. It's completely different and completely different way of thinking, but we'll still try to go to this SQL part. So alright, so null. So we are talking about this chapter 5, null. Null, what's the meaning of null? Null means nothing. See, the way that to represent that null, it's very difficult to understand. See, I would give you an example of null. Actually, null is it's not a zero. It's not a zero. Zero is still a character. You don't have that character there too. Okay, that means it's nothing. Nothing. That means it's a structure, but you don't really have the character there. But how we interpret that in SQL is very important here. Okay. Right here, we have some information about null is not equal to or blank string or zero in the case. There was really a good meme. Actually, there's one meme to showing what does it mean by zero and what does it mean by null. Very great example actually. But the moment you look to that picture, you will imagine completely what's null. Okay, so null means nothing. Okay, so null is not equal to string, okay, or zero. It's nothing, because zero is a character, whereas null doesn't have any character. But it has structure. That's the important thing there. Okay, so alright, testing null. How interesting is. Okay, so that's about the null. Oh wow, those guys have finished this whole chapter just saying this. Okay, the problem here is, alright, let's execute this query for testing null. Okay, let's test this null. Right now, these guys don't have any more good SQL, so we are creating our own SQL right here. Okay, we have this car, so select star. I'll just write my own SQL here now. From car on left join. I'm trying to do join. Oh right. So actually, you know what? Crash course. You need to know some information before doing this. Too bad that I didn't give an introduction on this. So you know what? You want to know joins actually before doing all these things. This guy didn't give any joins here. Alright, never mind. I include this into our handouts so that you will not have any problem with that. Alright, that's good. Okay, so here we have this lot of joins. This is inner join, outer join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. Alright, you want to go through this. Do we have that much time to go through it? Yeah, we can go a little bit. Here, left join. So what does this left join represent? Means it gets all the records from the left table and matching records in the right table. That's what this diagram represents. You see here, all the records, left join. What I'm talking about is left join. It gets all the records in the left table, alright, and matching records in the right table. This is the right table, the matching records, whatever it's matching. That's what similar to right join. All the records in the right table, matching records in the left table. Very good. That's what we thought. and inner join. So if you see here this inner join, that means it gets only matching records in what, right and left join. That's the inner join. Okay, only matching records. And oh, these guys also use null. Okay, now this is very interesting. Here we are using with null here. Okay, here with null means it only gets records which are in the left table. Okay, here also the way the key is null in the right table. So you are skipping this matching records in this. Where you are using null, you are skipping the matching records. Good. And there is something called full outer join. Full outer join is all the records in the both the tables. So it's kind of all the records. You are getting all this full outer join. So the way these guys write the SQL query, I am really confused, because the way these people write are different, and the way I used to write is really different. I only use simple queries. That would be left join or right join, that's all. But there is explicitly represented, but nevertheless I'm not worried, because I use aliasing and do those things. So that's the only thing. Here they didn't use any aliasing. Oh, still they did b dot key, see that? Okay. Here and then there's something called full outer join, where null, using null. How interesting. Using null, then this shaded part, I'm sorry, the non-shaded part doesn't show up. Only the records in A and B shows it, and matching records are removed. That's what the join is all about. Okay. So I hope that should. Guess what? I'll also include you this handout here, because it might be useful. I didn't explain that, right? Well, yeah, we were actually worrying about more into MySQL. So, alright, now we'll try to execute this SQL here. So let's start from car, where a left join on. We'll try to join on car ID, because that's a primary key, where b dot. How interesting, this thing is, I'm not going to show this word. So alright, is null. Okay, let's see what happens. Does it even work, or throws an error? Yeah. Oh, we really did something wrong. See, the thing is, we said not null, right? So we'll use not null. Oh, sorry. Does it work? Yeah, our syntax is not good actually. Our syntax is supposed to be B is not a column name. So you want to join. See, that's the thing, right? So what we'll do here pretty quick here to join this, right? I will use my own query here. We'll just start using. Let's find out what's the value here. Now I'll be using my own inner query and show you an example here. Okay, I'll be using inner join, because there's only one table here. There's two tables, but we don't have this primary key attached foreign key. You need this foreign key to do this. Okay, now select star from car. Okay, where guess what, a dot car underscore id is equal to b dot car underscore id, right? This is all about. Okay. Okay, this query should work, right? What I did is I joined inner join. So this is kind of inner join. So, oh wow, it's supposed to work. Alright. You know what? So bad. Too bad. See, there's a problem. I don't know this MySQL is a little bit different from Oracle, so okay, we do one more thing. This should work. Tell me that D doesn't exist. How interesting. So this will work in Oracle actually. It's supposed to work in Oracle. Wait, hold on. Select a dot yeah, still another syntax error. Yeah, it's a syntax error. Use dot a from should work. So what I am trying to do here is we are trying to see there is some in MySQL. It's a little bit different here. They didn't give anything. Okay, so here nevertheless what we'll do here is we don't want to use join at this time. We just use simple query and try to see the select star from car where car ID is equal to 2. I hope this should work. Or it doesn't work. Okay, this is working. So okay, this is simple query. So now what we did is we just pulled out of the record, and that's not a big deal here. What we are trying to do here is a join supposed to work, and I hope this command, yeah, and null. We just use null. How interesting, they don't have null here, so there is no null. Oh, there is no not null here, so this query won't work. Oh, it did. So hold on, supposed to have this concept. Okay, good. So here we are trying to use this null, and it returned no 0 record because it's supposed to be not null. But then we'll not use this where car ID is null, right? Why not use this? So it records 0, and if you use not null, you can use this not null too, and this will give syntax error. How interesting. This never gave syntax error for this one, but it did give for this. Wow. So the way you write these queries are very important. This syntax error is because the construction of the SQL query here. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to understand this null concept, right? So this now you have to do your own R&D here. So the thing is, the point is you can get the own records. Okay, we are not discussing joins at this point of time because for some reason this guy used join really, but there's no good example here. Now use some example. Alright, no problem. So here we are trying to understand this null, and we use not null and null. Okay, I hope this will help for you in this chapter. So we'll continue in the next chapter. Guess what, we'll just store this for your reference in lecture 5. We use this null, so you can try it at home. If you want to practice, you can practice. So I'm saving this. Okay, so this is the concept for null. We'll try to see these joins. So joins, okay, here is the handout for joins. Okay, go ahead and refer to, if you understand, these are the Venn diagrams actually, the Venn diagrams. See, it's up to you how you write the SQL, but the way these people have written, I don't really use like that because I'm an Oracle guy. So I'll use aliasing, and I use alias the table and do the inner join. See, I did correct, but see, oh, something happened here. This is really bad. I'm supposed to hear B, because if you're not using B, you cannot join it. Okay, so this is this is about left join, this is right join, and this is inner join, and this is a left outer join, and you have the right outer join, and this is full outer join, and this is full outer join using null, right? So I mean, the reason of using this join, see, here's the thing, here's the point. The first and foremost thing, why do you need join? That's a question. Okay, that's a very good question actually. Why do you need a join? So you have this two tables. Okay, there are records in one table, there are records in another table, and there is a primary key which is linked with another foreign key. So primary key of another table we call as foreign key. Now what you want to do is, there's a lot of information, so you cannot put everything in one table. That's the reason you have many tables, 2 tables, 3 tables, 4 tables, 5 tables, so on. Okay, because you cannot put in just one table everything. Okay, that's impossible. So now what you want to do is, you want to join those tables using those primary key and get the data. That's the whole point here. That's the reason you want to use join. Okay, the concept of join is used to join the tables, which is where the data is spread all over the place, where you cannot have data only in one table. Well, let's take an example here. Millions of customers. Can you put millions of customers in one table? How much which date they have hired, which they have, let's say Amazon, which day they have ordered, which hour, which minute, which seconds, and when they did order, when it was delivered, when was the credit card numbers, all those things, right? Seriously, you cannot put all this in one table. So you need various tables here. That's where join comes into the picture. You want to join with the other table to get that information in that particular table, which is not there in this table. Okay, so we'll just keep this handout, and I hope this will be useful class for you. So we'll continue into the next class for the next chapter. Okay, thank you.